I hear it. Not. Okay. Mm-hmm. About a year. About a year. About that. Giving me something in my own reflection. It's changing. All right. Go ahead.
Got one or two up here. What's up, Dylan? Big
Big-
deal. Big
Big,
deal's here.
big dog. How you doing, partner?
How's it going, Dylan? All right, we got a few people up here. Chime in, let us know who you are. We like we always say, we don't know who you are until you let us know, because StreamYard doesn't play good with Facebook.
And before we get into it, we wanted to introduce. My name's Videy. This is Father.
How you spell that?
Viddey.
Videy.
My name's Riley. This is Father.
Hey, y'all.
And welcome back to another live talk session down South Supernatural.
And Dylan's up here.
Yep, the big old squeal squealing at us from over there in LaGrange.
What time we leaving for Trevette Clinic? I don't know. I'm not sure how. It's like 3 hours, isn't it, Dylan? Is it over 3 hours? Need to figure it out. So I think it opens at 8 o'clock. Anyway, we talk about what we're going to do. So it's a big week for us.
Yeah.
We believe it or not, we actually been trying to prepare. We're not waiting to the last minute like we normally do.
Yeah,
however,
usual.
we're not through doing the things we need to do. So
that's definitely right.
The way we are, we could still be
what to the last second and mess up.
Probably Saturday morning early, we'll still be putting our mess together. Anyway, we got a few people up here.
Yeah,
finally, man. Hey, man, appreciate you hopping up here, man. Dead Serious Investigations. Can you read that screen? Hello. You need some little higher strength glasses.
Finally made it to watch you guys.
Anyway, big week for us.
Thank you for joining on Dead Serious Investigations.
Yep.
We hope that you like the lives and stuff that we're putting out there.
What's up, Brad? Thanks for hopping on. Like we were saying, gonna be a big week for us.
Hey, I am awake, man. Somebody told me to wake up. Look at this thing.
He just popped the top on it. He ain't woke up yet. You're right. You hit that one dead on. Hit that nail on the head.
Gosh.
I'm looking at the comments, guys, just to see who's up here. 3.5 hours, yeah. So, that was Dylan said, "Wake up, Riley." I thought that was Brad saying, "Wake up, Riley." That was Dylan. So this is Trevette Clinic week, guys.
Pretty big week for us.
What are they calling? Trevette Clinic Parafest.
Yep. 13, 20, 24.
As usual, we're fighting some gremlins with internet again tonight. You gotta love that. Kind of getting used to it.
Yeah.
Hey, at least I don't think it's cutting in and out as much as it usually does. But anyway, this weekend from I think it's 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Trevette Clinic in Hamptonville, North Carolina, there will be a Parafest. It'll be the first one we've gone to this year. Actually, the first one we've been a part of. We got a friend in here. We got a friend.
Yeah.
We got a friend in here.
I see.
Dude, damn! I hope that ain't a mosquito. If it is, that's the grandfather of all mosquitoes.
That's a daggone mosquito hawk.
Almighty no, he's thick, man. You can tell he's a country one. He's country.
He's one of them Skeeter Pond mosquito hawks.
Skeeter Pond Skeeter Hawks. Yeah, he is Skeeter Pond Skeeter Hawk.
It's a hefty bastard.
So yeah, that's the Trevette Clinic. Not sure who's familiar with the Trevette Clinic. Trevette. I think the guys actually pronounce it Trevette.
Yeah,
we say Trevette.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's it in the background. You wouldn't take that plot. Damn, it looks like something's in that window on the top left up here right now. Yeah. Top left window. Tell me it don't.
It does.
So we've been there 2 or 3 times to the Trevette Clinic. Investigated that place. It is haunted. Ask Dylan. He'll tell you for sure.
Yeah. And Riley.
We last time we got a little bit of communication.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing was we put a ball downstairs in the basement for the little girl that say there's a ball. She likes to play with it. We put it on the floor. We actually walked out. We left cameras rolling while we were in there, and we come back and the ball had moved across the room.
Yeah.
Floor's level in the basement, so stuff just don't roll around. What's up, Brother Joey?
Yeah, stuff does not roll around down there.
So, yeah, we get to attend it this year. We'll have us down south will be there in full force. Dylan, Riley, and myself will be there. We'll have a tent set up, and we're going to have some new down south shirts for sale. So we're going to have a tent set up as well as other paranormal teams. There'll be let's see, what else would I have there? Psychic mediums, Chasity, Luna Beams, she'll be there. We get to meet her face to face. Angel's going to be there. Angel with Durham Paranormal is actually planning to. He may bring some REM pods and stuff to put in our little booth and sell, which is awesome. If you hadn't got any, if you hadn't got any paranormal equipment from Angel with Durham Paranormal, you should.
He's your guy to go.
He's your man. He'll save you some money. He's a good guy. Man, he's just, you need to know him if you don't. Maybe he'll be there for a while. I think he was concerned he wouldn't be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some new design. Riley's wearing one tonight. We got a new one we threw together pretty quick. We'll have plenty of the OG designs. Of course, that's the left chest of it. Oh, just like that one. I don't have one, but the back is kind of, guys, just hopefully none of you kids that have nightmares over the shirt.
Yeah.
It's kind of freaky. What it is a skull on the back of the down south shirt. And it's a wolf head. It ain't a wolf. It's a werewolf.
Yeah, it's a werewolf skull. But he's got, in his eyes are glowing red sigils.
So it's the sigils that we use for our logo, which we're not using it as any type of witchcraft, any type of devil worshiping. We use it for the simple fact of protection from any evil spirits. That's you can read up on it, and you can read anything you want. You can read into anything you want. That's what it stands for to us. So anyway, we'd like to put that in our shirt designs. We couldn't find nowhere in this new design we got, and I said, man, this werewolf needs some red eyes, and I shrunk them down and we put them in his eyes. So that was kind of neat. That's the old shirt design there. Let's see.
We never made any shirts like that.
So we'll share this screen right here.
Yeah.
Maybe you can see it. Let's see.
Yeah.
I'm still not the greatest at sharing stuff.
He's freaky.
I'm still trying to get it up here. Jesus Louise.
Oh my gosh.
I'm telling you, I'm not good with it at all. It's okay. You get the picture.
Do you want me to just put
there we go. We're out there. Okay.
You want me to just put my phone in front of the camera and show them a picture of the new shirt?
No, I got it right there. There we go. That's the back of one. Let's see. Yeah, you can see it. There it goes. It popped up. It is kind of hard to see, actually. Let's see if we can zoom in and see my eyes. and down south eyes. So we thought that was cool. We kind of, I don't know, sometimes what we actually think looks really cool and stands out to us when we put it on a shirt doesn't really look good half the time. So I don't know, it's different. A little bit wild, a little bit out there. Anyway, that's the new design. We decided to make one for the Parafest this weekend. We will have these for sale.
Yeah.
That's the shirt we did during Halloween one time, actually. Let's see what else you got here.
That thing.
Yeah, it looks good. Trying to see if there's another thing up here.
Another shirt.
I'm gonna show that little video here in a minute. So yeah, we'll have our original, our OG down south shirts. You know what on that can?
Yeah.
Damn.
I tell you, Monster makes me feel good.
We're hungry, but dude's over here gnawing on an aluminum can. Dang, don't be doing that. I'll take you to the dentist before bedtime.
Monster makes me mean.
Anyway, all joking aside, it's gonna be a busy weekend. We're really looking forward to this Saturday, man. It's gonna be fun at Trevette Clinic. Get to meet a lot of people. They're gonna have a lot of different things going on. Tell the history of the Trevette Clinic. A lot of people we do not know, never met, will be there. There'll be some psychic mediums there. There are all kinds of different panels will be there talking about different parts, different things, how to use paranormal equipment. I don't know. I think we'll learn a lot when we're there. And also, like I said, we'll get a chance to put our name out there and spread the word, sell some down south stuff. What else we gonna do?
Yeah.
We'll have some hats too. We'll have some leather down south, leather patch hats.
Some koozies.
Yeah, we've got a few koozies, some cheap things we'll have out there just so everybody can get one. We're gonna make some down south stickers in case you want to stick one on the back glass of your car or wherever. We don't care. We'll probably give away some down south stickers. We're gonna print some of those Friday.
Yes, sir.
So we'll have some down south supernatural decals. Anyway, it'll be a fun time. We're gonna have fun.
Will.
So yeah, it starts at 10 a.m. in case you're interested in going. Look it up. You can find it on the internet. You can find it on Facebook. It's called the Trevette Clinic.
TRIVETTE.
Let me see if I can pull it up while we got the screen here. Trevette Clinic.
Built in 1932 by Dr. William Trivett.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
So it's a very old home. And like he said, it was built by a doctor back in the time, Dr. William Trevett. It was used as a hospital for a while, used as a dentist.
A nursing home.
Ended up being turned into a nursing home and a little party house. Down in the basement, my take on the basement, down in the basement was where probably a lot of the activity happened. A lot of death at the Trevette Clinic. Some has been documented, most has not. Really cool thing. There's a really cool room in the second story in the Trevette Clinic. It's got some toys in it. What is it?
Are you trying to get somebody scared?
No, I was just saying the one cool fact that I saw. Of course, y'all had a cupboard door open in one of the bedrooms. That's the first time I heard Dylan drop the F-bomb.
Yeah.
And it was on live. The guys were going live. I wasn't there at this time. But cupboard door opened, and it opened on command the second time around.
Yeah.
So that was really wild to watch that happen on live. But there's one of the rooms upstairs. As you come up the steps, go down the hallway, middle room on the right. It's got kids' toys in it.
Yeah.
Like a child's bedroom.
Yeah.
There's a little piano in there that the spirits just have a tendency to play. You'll hear that piano just start playing away, and there's nobody in there, man. That is first time I heard that. That was very, very creepy.
It's fine, chill.
You walk in that room and there's nobody in there.
Yeah.
And the piano play. And all kinds of things move. There's a lot of history in that place. The owners who own that place now are really cool also. They see apparitions. People have seen apparitions there.
Yeah.
We didn't. We really wanted to. But I really think it's cool that they're having the Parafest there this weekend.
I think it's awesome right here in North Carolina.
Yeah, I do too.
It's wonderful.
I feel the same way. I'm going to play something for you tonight while we're on the Down South page. I don't know. It kind of caught my eye this week. I actually shared it on I shared it to the Down South page.
I hope
See if you can hear
it. Let us know if you can't hear this.
No, I can't hear you. You got to turn the volume on. I'm gonna turn it back. I have no idea what playing. What? Yeah, where's the volume?
Probably need to pause the video so it don't. Play while you're.
Usually I can see it up here, but dang, I can see
haunted location for a week and set up cameras and stream it the entire time. And my wife, it's just like any other investigation, we're doing it. And then some guy starts coming through. His name was Raymond. I always ask, what year is it for you? Like, that's a question I've asked from the beginning, because I feel like a lot of them don't realize they're dead if they're dead, and they may not be dead.
Yeah.
So he said 2082. 2082. I was like, that's in front of me, not behind me. Yeah. He thought I was a ghost. So like, he's asking me to like knock on the wall. He thought I was the ghost that he was ghost hunting for, in the same space that I was in now. I had this idea. I'm like, okay, so what's your grandfather's name? Because your grandfather's probably on Facebook. I get on Facebook and I find this guy that matches the exact city that this dude said he was from. And then he's like deep in interdimensional travel and astral projection threads. And right when I found his page and started scrolling on it, it said, "This is getting dangerous. I have to go." And it just stopped. I did this thing last year where every month I'd go live in a haunted location for a week and set up camera.
Down south page this week. That's kind of wild to think about it, man. So he was, Kalani the ghost hunter. We've watched a few of his videos. He gets around. He does a lot of traveling now.
Yeah.
I saw that video off another site, so I shared it. But it was really wild when you think about it. So he's communicating with a spirit in a haunted location. And like he said, he always asked, what year is it where you're located?
Yeah.
The spirit come back and said 2082. His name was Raymond. So before it was over, Kalani picked up on it. He's like, holy cow, 2082. That's in front of me. That's not behind me.
Yeah.
In other words, and so the guy starts asking Kalani through the spirit box, knock on the wall. Like this Raymond, this spirit from 2082, he's trying to make communication with Kalani.
Yeah.
Damn, when you really think about it, that's wild. So first thing, like Kalani says, hey man, are we ghosts? Am I a ghost? Are we all dead and don't know it? Yeah. Are we all living in a world right now that we passed on and don't know it? Are there people out there in the future who are that far ahead of us? I don't know, man. I don't know how to put it in perspective. When you think about it, though,
it's crazy.
The guy kind of basically did reverse communication on him, and it was a spirit. I don't know how I feel about that, but it caught my attention. I'll say that. It's worth talking about.
Yeah, it is worth talking
so, yeah, what do you guys think, man? I hope you all could hear that. If you hadn't, you can play it on the page. It's still there. Hey, Susan, how are you? So I'm not sure. That'll be a good question. I may play that again in a little while. Speaking of things, Chasity Luna Beans, Chasity the psychic medium, will be here tonight.
She will be here.
She'll be here shortly. She's going to hop on the live with us. So get your questions ready. Get your questions ready.
Be ready to drill her.
Because she will. You shouldn't say it like that.
Well, I mean, drill her with questions.
Yeah.
She's probably going to kick my ass Saturday.
She might not come up here. You talking like that.
She's going to
get your questions ready for her.
She'll nail me Saturday.
So anything, she's really cool. She'll answer a lot of questions. She
will.
Way above our level. Way above mine and Riley. Well,
yeah.
Way above my level. I'm curious how what she picked up on the solar activity this week. What we have, a solar eclipse? What?
Yeah.
One day this week, Monday or Tuesday.
Something like that. I can't quite remember.
I don't know. I was curious how it was going to affect you, see if you were going to howl at the moon or anything. I didn't notice anything, so I guess everything's okay.
I do that every now and again anyways.
Anyway, so how's everybody doing? That's what I want to know. Yes, Susan Chasity does online readings. She'll be up here in a little while. She'll be glad to answer your questions. She'll talk to you. A buddy of ours, Brad, he's up here. He's up here tonight. Yeah, Brad, and maybe Tiffany also. She does remote readings. She actually, the last time she was up here a few weeks ago, she described Brad's bedroom upstairs in his home to a T. She started getting images and feeling like a psychic medium. She was reading the situation, and come to find out, she described Brad's room that they've experienced some things. She described what they see when they look out the window in that room. A certain light. There's a train track down the road. She started talking about an accident on a train track, and me and Riley were sitting here. We got the hair on her arm stood up because we thought she was picking up some kind of vibe from Riley. Because if you know Riley, you know he got in an accident. Just happened to be with a train in 2014, 10-year anniversary.
Yeah.
So it's April. Two more months will be 10 years, man.
Really?
10 years have gone by already.
Sure, I thought it was long past 10
years. Did you really?
Yeah.
Dude, it seemed like just 2 or 3 years ago to me.
I don't keep up with it no more.
Well, that's good. You don't dwell
at my proudest moment.
Yeah, well, you know, it's made you who you are today. For sure. You've had no choice. It's made you who you are. Hey, it put a heck of a ding in your life for sure.
Yeah.
You know, what's going on, Jessica? Number one fan.
Number one.
Anyway, exciting stuff though. This weekend is Trevette Clinic.
Trevette Clinic Parafest.
The Parafest is this weekend. We'll be there. We'd love to see all you guys there. If you come, we'll give you a deal on a T-shirt. If you come and you follow our page, let us know, hey, we're followers of the Down South group. We watch you live, you get a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Funny story, I just threw away 75 T-shirts a little while ago. I probably should have took them down to Goodwill. Why did I throw them away?
Probably should have done that.
I don't know the screen print company that we hired to print the last shirts for us.
Greg Sasser.
But that certain screen print company put the wrong phone number on the back of the shirt. Just happened to be Riley's phone number's on the back of the shirt. So anytime you get some issues, no matter what time of the day or night it is, call him. But anyway, I'm really curious because for a while there we won't get any calls, any home calls or anything. But somebody with the number ending in 1786 was getting a lot of calls. Riley's number ends in 1768. So, there's no telling what kind of crazy people were calling talking about paranormal activity just because those shirts that people were wearing.
They're probably called Big John in Myrtle Beach.
Those shirts are brand new, dude. I think I'm going to go get them out of the dumpster. Why don't I take them to the Goodwill? The name's correct on it. They're down south. They look pretty good.
Yeah.
Just the wrong phone number. You can't get Vidi if you call that number.
You will not reach me.
Somebody on the other end of that number we should call that number and see who it is.
Yeah.
So, hey, man, if you got any calls from anybody experiencing paranormal activity,
you know they probably have.
He's probably pretending to be you. He's probably looked you up now. He probably looked up down south and he's like, there's that joker, man. He's the one getting all these people calling me.
he's probably go and kick my ass one day for that.
You should. That's hilarious.
What?
Just thinking about the shirt. I am going to get them. Why'd I throw them away? I'm going to get those shirts back out of the dumpster. I'm going to take them somewhere and give them to somebody.
You going to give somebody some daggone dumpster shirts?
They ain't dumpster. They're laying right on top of the pile. I saw them. The dumpster's full right up behind the shop. There ain't nothing wrong with them shirts. They're brand hey, and by the way, just so you know, when you get a down south shirt, when you get an original like this, down south, I ain't wearing one. When you get an original, it is an actual Comfort Colors, super soft T-shirt.
Comfortable.
Very good. It's not the little old cheap one that when you wash it, it's going to shrink 3 sizes.
Yeah.
It's a very nice shirt. Most of them have got pockets on them.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we got a special guest in the green room.
I believe we do.
Oh, I see her. She might be getting ready.
Yeah, she getting ready.
Everybody's waiting for you, young lady. There's some people. Are you ready? We're gonna bring Chasity on. She's here now. You got any Nature Boy music?
Nature
you got any Vince McMahon walkout music? No Ric Flair music.
Sadly.
Dang, man, you have to start singing or something. I mean, dang.
I got a new hormonal fan. My other one broke, and Connie got this for me. This thing's massive. I could cool y'all down over there at the beach. Boy, I tell you what, I ain't going to be hot now.
I hear you. Did you say a hormonal fan?
Hormonal fan, yeah, that's what I call it. And I'm probably at least 10 years out, but I can make the excuse now, right?
That's right. You call it what you want to call it.
That's right. It's my damn fan. How y'all doing?
I just said we needed some walk-up music for you. We should have played something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get y'all some theme music.
We got
for me to walk in.
We got some. Most of it's just not kid friendly.
Yeah.
Right. That's okay. YouTube will knock us out if we use other music though. I don't like that.
What do you got to say? You know, you're not copying this music, or you don't own the rights to this music.
Yeah.
They should do something about that where we could use little clips, you know. It just supports the artist. You figure they would.
Yeah.
So how's everything in your neck of the woods? We hadn't talked to you in a few weeks.
Well, this is the least ready y'all ever see me on a live. I'm going to tell you what, it's been wild, wide open. It's been great though. And I'm doing it, solving problems as they come. I'm getting her done.
Hey,
trying to.
Yeah. That's all you can do.
Yeah. It's been a wild ride. The eclipse was great. Like, I had a great eclipse day. All the fear and the fear mongering and all that stuff. I don't know about everybody else, but I feel great.
that was a question I had for you tonight. So what about the eclipse? What any wild things happen? Anything you noticed that we definitely wouldn't?
Well, it was very powerful. Like, the energy was highly powerful. You could go outside, you could feel the energy shift if you're sensitive to energy. And there's a lot of people with high emotions right now. And matter of fact, like when I got home about an hour before the live, I opened up Facebook and I went to I saw like one of those groups I'm a part of. And this person was typing about how the eclipse energy is just not good. And everybody stood out there and watched it. And it's just the veil is thinning. Well, no shit, the veil is thinning. I mean, we're raising our consciousness. The collective consciousness is raising. And whether you want to jump on the train or not, it's happening. And people are opening up to the fact that there is an afterlife. There are things that we can't explain, and that's okay. But as humans, we have to explain things. Like, we have to have answers, you know. So basically, I've had a lot of people contact me. I had one session planned yesterday, a paranormal guidance session, which went absolutely amazing, crazy haunting. But we're plowing through it, and that was through Lights at Midnight. But I had 3 other people contact me for sessions because of like being overwhelmed and stuff. So you may not notice the energy if you can't feel it. And you'll notice it how people are reacting right now. You'll notice if people are like super uppity, or they're sleeping forever, or they're not sleeping at all. This energy is still 100% in effect. Matter of fact, I had this ready because I wanted to mention something about the eclipse too. So we're on the Great Minds Think Alike. And it says Wednesday, April 10th, the eclipse energies are still everywhere. They're all about allowing us to slip from one reality to another, particularly if our soul knows we've wandered off our path. Think of it as a sliding door. So, I mean, the energy is still very, very present, and it's bringing up a lot of things from the past. So let me ask you this. Now, have you had any people from the past give you a ring or message you, or have you had dreams about past situations, maybe even past relationships. A lot of things, Chiron, the wounded healer, was conjunct this eclipse in astrology. So basically, what that means is it's bringing up old wounds, and whatever you're feeling right now, if you're kind of down in the dumps, you need to process these feelings and let them go, because that's exactly what the universe is asking you to do, is to let them go, and you will feel so much better. I did a beautiful little spiritual practice, and I somehow timed it out perfectly, and I don't know, it's been a great change. My intuition even went further up. I channeled for about 7 hours yesterday. So if you can't feel the energy, you'll notice it through other people or yourself by your emotions.
Yeah. I understand that.
I don't think I've actually experienced anything that maybe I just haven't realized it, but I have been around some situations. Trying to think if I've spoken to anybody I haven't spoken to in a long time.
Yeah, Mercury retrogrades right now too, and everybody freaks out about that. But Mercury retrograde can bring technical issues. It can bring, and all this has to do, in my opinion, it's not necessarily paranormal, but it's energy. That's what the paranormal is. That's what we are, and it affects us and the paranormal. The veil is thinning. More paranormal stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
I understand that.
And it won't affect everybody the same, because it depends on where the eclipse falls in your chart, on your astrology chart, and it also depends what planets it's hitting. So, astrology is a whole different beast. If you look at it, it looks like a foreign language and from some other, time. It don't look normal. It's hard to understand. It's a lifelong journey with that. So, but yeah, the paranormal, I've had people have paranormal experiences, a lot of people. Oh, check it out. I like it.
Yeah, that's our new T-shirt. I want to play something for you. I want to get your take on this. I copied this from another paranormal site. I didn't copy it. I shared it. But Kalani the Ghost Hunter, I guess everybody knows him. I want you to listen to this and tell me your take on it. Okay.
Okay.
Oh shit. I turn there. Here we go. Maybe it'll play.
I did this thing last year where every month I'd go live in a haunted location for a week, set up camera, stream it the entire time. And my wife, it's just like any other investigation, we're doing it. And then some guy starts coming through. His name is Raymond. I always ask, what years it for you? That's a question I've asked from the begining, because I feel like a lot of them don't realize they're dead if they're dead. It may not be. Yeah. So he said 2082. 2082. I was like, that's in the front of me, not behind me. Yeah. He thought I was a ghost. So he's asking me to wall. He thought I was the ghost that he was ghost hunting for, in the same space that I was in now. I had this idea. I'm like, okay, so what's your grandfather's name? Because your grandfather's probably on Facebook. I get on Facebook. I find this guy that matches the exact city that this dude said he was from. And then he's deep in interdimensional travel and astral projection threads. And right when I found his page and started scrolling on it, it said, "This is getting dangerous. I have to go." And it just stopped. I did this thing last year where every month I'd go live in a haunted location for.
Did you get that?
Yeah, and I've seen it, and it's very possible. It's very possible. Yeah. It's a very possible thing. I'm not going to say yes or no, of course, but I'll give you my opinion on it. Time is not linear. Time is more like, if I had to describe time, it's more like layers, like how we have sediment of layers in the earth. Time is kind of like that. So it is said that whatever will happen has already happened somewhere else, or we're different people in different places and different dimensions. And I personally can say, in my personal belief, there's 100% other dimensions, because that's how we interact with the paranormal. When I remote view a place, walking around, I went to Emily the Fine Art Medium's house to do some spiritual work, and she has hardwood floors. And as I was in that place, and it's not something that I have to go into a situation. Sometimes I can do it. I just put myself there through visioning, and I could literally feel, because I was barefoot, the cold hard wood on my feet. Now tell me how I did that. And I mean, it's something to me too. I'm not bragging, not trying to say anything crazy, but I mean, I felt the cold hardwood on my feet. My feet got cold, and I could feel like I was stepping on hardwood. So if that's possible for me, in my experience, it's perception. We're really only limited to where we think we are so much more, and it's 100% possible. Not 100%. It's very possible that, you know, he could be telling the truth. I believe him. I don't think he's lying, but he's also like us, you know. And he seems like a good down to earth dude. I would love to try to do a paranormal investigation with him one day.
Yeah, I think he's cool. We've actually contacted him and messaged with him a little bit. He's very leery of other paranormal people because he's got thousands and thousands and probably millions on. What's one of them? Is it Twitch?
Yeah.
Or I don't know. There's one of those platforms where you can do lives and it's known for playing games, game thing deal. Evidently, he's got like millions of followers. Anyway, he's pretty down to earth guy. He actually went to a place. Are we allowed to say this? Yeah, we'll say it. We'll say it without saying it. So he actually, like 3 or 4 weeks before we showed up at a place to investigate, a very big name place. He was there 3 or 4 weeks before we were, and they let's see, they didn't make him leave, but they weren't happy he was there. He was doing a lot of provoking and not being so nice, which is kind of out of his character for some of the videos I've seen him do.
Yeah.
So the owners wasn't happy he was there. And I shouldn't be gossiping. That's not what I do.
It's a good talking point, though. It's a good talking point. Like, you don't want to be a butthole when you go paranormal investigating. You don't want to push the dead because they push back. You know, they once were people too, you know, and you don't want to overstep that line. It's like you get in that motion of YouTube and you get like, I got to have content. I need something for this week, you know, because this is your livelihood probably for him. And now he's probably like, you know, I got to get this, I got to get that. It's not about that. It's really not. And, you know, you have to come in with a calm demeanor. You're more likely to get information. If they don't want to give it, they want to give it. You know, there's spiritual laws. And we have our own set of spiritual laws while we're alive, but there's also spiritual laws for the dead.
I get it. But he is a down to earth guy. He messaged us. You know, he actually started his business from nothing, just like all of us have. So it's not like he jumped right into got on a team with millions of followers and just fell right in it. He started from nothing and done really well with it. So I kudos to him. And he's from Nashville.
I mean, I think he's pretty cool.
Yeah, he is. He's got nice hair.
Yeah.
Hey, Angel.
Angel.
How's it going, buddy?
I just took a moment to tell everybody, hey, I typed it in. But yeah, so on my side, I got Dead Serious Investigations in the chat. Riley, Riley is supposed to be going live with us tomorrow at 11:30 p.m. on y'all's channel. I don't know. Have you said you've talked to your dad about it?
He probably I haven't heard anything about it.
Oh God, I talked to Mama about it.
Mama.
And I forgot to talk to Daddy about it. The main one I forgot.
That's okay.
Last time I checked, you were 25 years old.
Yeah, I didn't know if you could join or not, Greg, because I figured you had to work. You said in the mornings.
Tomorrow morning?
You got to work tomorrow or Friday morning?
Like at what time?
Well, I'm going to try to stay live for about 2 hours. I can't go any longer than that. But Dead Serious.
What time?
So that's tomorrow night. So Friday morning. It'd be for us, or for me at the very least, it'll be from 11:30. We have to start at 11:30 p.m. because Dead Serious Investigations, or Duran, he lives on the West Coast.
Oh wow! Okay, cool.
Yeah. So he's wanting. He asked me to go live with him, and then he asked Riley if you wanted to go live, but I wasn't sure. I knew Riley might be up, but I didn't know if you could join us or not because of your schedule.
Is that tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll try to stay awake.
Okay.
I'll try to stay awake.
I'll keep him awake.
Sadly, I got Friday morning. Let's see. So Friday morning, I'll leave and go start. Y'all can laugh now if you want to. I go start making donuts at 4:15 a.m.
No, I'm not laughing at all. I want to come eat one.
They're good. They're really good. I'm not just saying it because I help make them, but they're good.
It's a beautiful life when you can run your own business and, you know, enjoy what you do. It's tough. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah, it's not all easy. It's, you know, the best part about owning your own business is if you're having a bad day, you can turn the lights off and shut the door and go home and try it again the next day.
Mm-hmm. And you don't have anybody but the government you got to pay taxes to tell you what to do.
Yeah, you pay plenty of those, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dylan, he has been in Europe for the last month. Talking about Kalani, he's been in Europe, man. He's been everywhere for the last month.
That's the life.
Yeah, he's like, I mean, he's going everywhere. Good for him, though. I'm glad he can do it. I mean, it just shows if he can do it, we can do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he can do it. He just he's probably way more talented than we are with the new hip way. I call it hip. That's not even a word anymore. With new way, not like your hips, but
bussin'. It's bussin'. That's the new stuff, or maybe that's even old now. What's the new word, kids?
Yeah, I don't know. He knows social media. How about that?
Yeah, I ain't up to date.
We're gonna get y'all. I'm gonna try to do everything I can to help y'all get out there because I think this year's gonna be big for y'all.
I think so.
I think y'all gonna make a lot of progress. Will it like go completely bonkers? It might, but I think y'all are going to get a lot more content out. That's my prediction.
We're definitely going to. We want to. We're way behind on that. We really like if you follow us any at all, you know we talk about all the inventory of videos and different things we have. We could make. I don't mean make money. I mean make so much material to put out. It's scary.
Yeah.
And we need to do something with it before it gets gone, or we lose it, or we mess it up, or we erase it. You know.
Yeah, we should.
Somebody was up here asking questions about you a little while ago.
I'm sorry, I missed it.
They were asking for a reading of some type, I hope.
Yeah, just if anybody's interested in a reading, you can always email me at luminarylunabeams@gmail.com. It's luminary Luna Beams, just as it sounds, or you can literally type that in on Google and you'll find my link tree. You'll see my big head and it should be a picture. It's either going to be like an orange picture with my face with like a black background, or it should be that blue moon with me like. So you'll find me, the Luminary Luna Beams. There's nobody else that uses that tag name. And Spirit gave me that name too. Spirit gave me that name and nobody else on social media at all uses it. So that was crazy.
Yeah, we're 3 hours ahead of you, dead serious.
Yeah.
And I'm dead serious about that.
He's got a lot of cool things that he wants to talk about. He's the haunted objects guy. Like he does paranormal investigations, has a lot of evidence, very intellectual, has had a lot of experiences. And I think if you haven't heard our podcast, guys, I know Riley, you have been listening, but you haven't heard like the podcast on Lights at Midnight, episode 4 and 5. That's Duran. And I think y'all will definitely enjoy having a good conversation with him. There's always something that me and him learn from each other, and yeah, it's crazy. It's good combo.
That's good because that's how we feel about you. I know you'll help us with what we do, and we'll learn a lot from you.
Yeah, so, I think this is all, this whole like community and networking thing is all about switching ideas and, just kind of giving each other a hand wherever you can. I think that's the beautiful thing about the paranormal community, because there's a lot of people willing to do that. But then there's some people, unfortunately, that, this is a little different situation, which we're not going to talk about. And I don't have anybody in mind, but stories I've heard and, but so far I found that I've met so many great people since I started doing this. I've never had so many friends in my life that are far away or even in life that I could relate to. They're all online, and y'all, I just found y'all by Facebook. Here we are now. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. And you know what, guys? I know they've probably already talked about it, and I'm sure some folks are over on y'all's YouTube, because I've been noticing some of my listeners, if y'all are interested, they go live every Wednesday at 8:00 on their YouTube and their Facebook. So definitely give them a watchy if you got, you want to, and keep up to date with what they've got going on, because they're always doing something. They always got something brewing. So definitely, if y'all are interested, my subscribers, definitely go subscribe to their stuff. And I have the link on one of my community tabs.
Sweet, that's good.
That's awesome.
So I have the option every Wednesday night. We have the option with StreamYard platform that we're going live from now to stream on different platforms, and YouTube just happens to be one. So it does still stream to what we call the old page. Sadly, because we haven't got the new page linked to it yet. Maybe we won't. Maybe we just clean up the old page. I don't know.
Yeah, I've been talking to Riley a little bit about it, and I want to talk to you about it too one day, sooner than later. At the event, I'm going to be so busy, guys, and I know y'all probably already talked about it, but the event is this Saturday. That's why I probably look like a hot mess, because I've just been dabbling and doing and trying to get everything done. But I probably will be, besides the event planners, I think the psychic readers will be probably the most busy, because I think it's going to be about 1,000 people at least that show up, because there's 245 people going on Facebook, right? And from my experience, I've got 10 years of event experience, and you always times that by like 3, because most people don't go by themselves, and it's affordable. Excuse me, I drank some soda. It's not too expensive. So it's $10 in advance for your tickets, and then it's $15 at the door. So if anybody, I know there's a couple, or at least one of the subscribers that are going, I think. But most of the folks I know are all the way on the other side of the country or north. I'm excited because we get to meet each other. So yeah, I get to meet Halo and you guys.
I haven't spoke to Halo. Halo. I don't think Halo's going.
Well, she told me last time, or a couple days ago, she would, but maybe that changed.
Yeah, she's got a lot going on personally right now, family wise, and she's got a new baby, a puppy baby, a 4-legged baby, and I think she doesn't have anyone to keep it Saturday.
Okay.
So I think she's welcome to go with us for sure, but I don't know if she can work it out fine. If not, we understand.
Yeah,
so, right. Looks like it'll be just Dylan, myself, and Riley.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm sure I'll get to meet her one day.
Yeah.
I know she's going to be sad. Well, she's still planning to go to Henry River, I think, as far as I know.
Cool. Yeah, she is.
Which is only 2 weeks away, by the way, everybody. Henry River Mill Village, 2 weeks away. It'll be on the 20th?
Yeah, the 20th.
I know we're looking forward to that one also. We have our confirmation.
Right.
Everything's been paid.
Okay.
So all we got to do is show up.
And then once we get back from that, as soon as my butt lands in the computer chair, I will be reserving a time slot at Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary.
So that's going to be in October. We're going to find something. Let's see. We're way too busy, really. So this weekend is the Parafest at the Trivet Clinic. Excuse me, Trivet.
We're not busy enough.
Yeah, we are. So Trivet Clinic. Then the following weekend, the 20th, we'll be at Henry River. And then
I got to find somewhere for the next weekend to go.
And I'm sure we will work something in for the next weekend. Then the following week, we're going to be in Florida for a whole week. So we got to find somewhere to go in Florida. So if anybody knows any haunted places,
I got you.
We're
in Florida.
We'll be in the Orlando area, and we're going to turn down south. We're going to turn it out there for a whole week.
Yeah,
I will reach out to 305 Paranormal. They don't live in Orlando, but they live in Miami, and they may be able to help you out. And that's what I was telling Riley. Like, Instagram is where it's at to connect with other paranormal investigators. So you got to get on that Instagram, and I can kind of help you link up with some folks that when y'all start traveling and stuff. Like, I know people from all kinds of places now that I have like a pretty good, at least I can message them and I'll hear back from them that I'm at least on talking terms with, or they're good friends. So I will ask 305 Paranormal for you, which I'm going live with them the 21st of April I don't think it'll be on my streaming here. It'll be with them on their channel, 305 Paranormal, which is perfectly fine because they're really cool. They go do investigations and stuff too. So that's exciting. You know what? going down there, it's Casadega, Florida. It's 30 minutes off of and I tried to go when I went to Florida in January, but the place closed before we made it all the way back up from Miami. But basically Casadega, Florida, it's just like Casadega, New York. It's a little like psychic town, right? But they have a museum with all haunted objects. And it's like a big,
praise God.
I'll send you the link. Let me look it up.
You got to send me the link.
Let's look it up, and I'll send you the link.
I mean, every town in America's got some paranormal activity. Let's just face it. So we got to be able to find something. Now we can't ghost hunt all week because the family won't like it. But we're gonna put some time in there. There's not many times we don't leave without a recorder or something in a pocket. We keep something with us because you never know, right?
Mm-hmm.
I tell you, we have got more EVPs in locations when we're not even trying. Just in an ordinary location that you think nothing's going on. Instead of recorder, just let it play.
100%.
You'll be surprised at what you hear when you play it back later.
I think this is it. Yeah. I mean, you're never alone. Let's get this straight right now. If anybody thinks they're alone, you're never alone. First and foremost, you always have the higher power and whatever that looks like for you. Second of all, spirits and energies, any elemental energies. It's not just human spirits that is out there. Human spirits technically can exist in the same, but also there's different dimensions for different things that pierce our veil. And just like Connie said earlier, she's exactly right. The way that I see it too is like it's like we have energy grids, right? It's like a grid. That's how I visualize it. Could it look different? Absolutely. It's just the only way I know how to explain it. And these grids, the more they get broken down, they'll have like cracks or like really like bends in space time, like warps, like it would be warped. And it's almost like you have, think about it this way. You have your energy grids warped, and in this other, veil, behind the veil, we have spirits and entities and all kinds of stuff in different layers of vibration. It gets really deep, okay? But basically, when that warps, think of it as like an open door with a light on when you're in a dark room. It just lets things come in, and certain things are more powerful and have more energy than certain things. So they kind of can rule the roost of that door. That's where you have portals. That's how you get a portal.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a way of explaining it. Does it exactly look like that? Like if you were to see it with your own eyes, maybe not. It might look different, but that's the thing about psychic interpretation or just general interpretation. When we have intuitive feelings, we're all able to have them. We all get gut feelings. And that's just kind of what it's been shown to me, and I've had it validated by mediums that have done this way longer than me too. So, and I got that from spirit, and then I learned more from other people. That's the beauty of networking.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Like I said,
super excited.
We're still learning. There's so much that's above our head.
Yeah.
And trust me, I'm still learning. It never ends.
I'm still trying to get over the fact that I can still be thrown up against the wall by something unseen.
Yeah.
And I'm 3 months away from that happening. Or longer.
That's insane. So how exactly, I've not heard the full story. I'm sure you shared it, but you don't have to now, but would you mind telling me exactly what happened?
Yeah. I can do that.
Okay.
What's the name of the prayer that we said that night?
What, the Lord's Prayer?
Yeah. Yeah, never mind. That's right. I didn't know if it was something else. But Chasity. We were at the Purgatory House in Kinston we always talk about, and we were getting some threatening communication coming over the spirit box. So, and Dylan was getting some crazy stuff through he had the headphones on playing the white noise.
We were doing the Estes method, so Dylan had no clue what was going on around him.
He stood up and just said he got touched And then after that, we heard another threatening voice come through. So we all stood together and we started saying the Lord's Prayer out loud. And we must have pissed something off, because literally, like a good verse into the Lord's Prayer, I got thrown up against the wall behind me.
Yeah, he got.
So, did you come like off the ground, or did they push you?
I just got a good shove.
Okay.
Thank God the wall was behind him. The wall caught him.
Yeah.
I mean, it was loud enough. My daddy was worried, like I'd fell or something.
Yeah, I thought it was down because we're in a dark place.
Were you getting 2 responses from 2 specific spirits?
We were.
Yeah, because there's 2. Because I'm going back into that. I'm tapping in through those layers. How you can go back and forth through time with your intuition, like that thing you played. That's what I'm doing. Tapping into that. I see like an angry man that is basically the messaging I got from that is the angry man. He's upset because he's not on the other side. He's not, he's not on the other side. So he's having his own battles in his spirit form because he wasn't taken home like he was promised. Or he wasn't in heaven or hell. So why am I here?
So
this isn't heaven or this isn't hell. That's what it's like what he's saying.
He's controlling what she told us, a 9-year-old little girl in there named Emily. He's controlling her in there.
Yeah, that's the same
one. Same one. He really got upset and started threatening probably her. We didn't hear that part, but the things that were coming to us were he started throwing things, pushing people. We heard footsteps running around us into another room, which now we feel like was the little girl running from that guy.
Yeah.
But he started threatening he was going to kill us. Death was upon us.
Yeah.
And he started moving things and throwing things.
And he slammed a door right in my dad's face.
Right in my face.
It was to the point. So what?
I was saying, I just got an image of red eyes. Do you get any like red orbs, or have you got anything associated around the color red?
I don't think so. Other than when I think of red, I think of dread, fear. He tries to intimidate. By far, this dude, he is negative. So and look, and a lot of people. So here's the thing. I want to make sure everybody understands. 90% of the places that we go in and investigate are not negative at all. Some of them we don't communicate with any spirit. Sadly, it just don't happen everywhere we go. Okay, but when it does, I'd say 90% of the time, maybe not quite 90. It's always a good spirit, good communication. And it's almost like we communicate with spirits who have no clue what's going on. Why am I here? Can you help me? We get that. We get the word. We get help. Help me all the time.
All of the time.
But the few places that we speak of that have been negative have been real negative. Okay, if that makes any sense. Negative. It's just like, it's not like a little pissed off. It's like really bad negative. Okay,
it's like, I'm gonna kill you dead.
Yeah,
just for being here.
Yeah, so when it gets really bad like that, that's definitely poltergeist plus. I think it was heading toward more. Got my attention.
Yeah,
and
especially when the daggone open marks started appearing on my arms.
But I
on my back.
But see, here's the difference though. So we've been in this same location many times.
Yeah.
And the first time, I'm not gonna lie, I was probably scared. So I may have appeared weak to this person. So when you appear weak, you're the first one that's gonna get something. He's gonna take advantage of you, okay?
Yeah.
So I realized right quick that I couldn't act like my mind was wanting me to feel or the way I was feeling, okay? But the last few times when he got ugly, I was like, dude, I'm not scared. you can threaten all you want, but I'm not scared. But it didn't stop this spirit. Most of the time, they'll move on to the next person.
Yeah.
This dude's nasty. Okay.
He wouldn't like me.
No, he wouldn't. He probably wouldn't.
No, he would
probably
not like.
would.
I mean, he ain't gonna like me anyways. But I'm gonna be double trouble. And you were double trouble when you started bringing in the Lord's Prayer, because the type of light that comes in with that prayer and what it really means he has to leave, and he does not want to leave. And dead serious investigations, like, wow, very territorial spirit. Facts,
Very
like
territorial.
super facts.
Yeah, very territorial.
I can't say that I wouldn't. I would love to go, but it would probably be either you wouldn't hear anything at all, or it'd be a battle to the death.
I say bring it.
Well, and that's another thing. So we've talked about going back. We keep saying one more time, the magic one more time, and this will be 6 times later. So we're going to go back one more time.
You might as well go with us, Chasity.
I mean, what I'm getting at.
I wish I could. Maybe
we're worried that we keep talking about it, and we're going to take someone, like it's happened before. We'll take a guest or something, and nothing happens. And it's always a place that has never let us down. But this time, 6 times we've been here, it hasn't let us down. And I do not think it will. I actually think it'll be even more. I think it'll be worse, because in places like this, what brings out spirits even more, makes them more angry, more just nasty.
Man,
no, absolutely not. Think about it. When you go to a place that they started remodeling.
Oh.
So this
renovation.
So exactly. So renovating old places, or it doesn't have to be old, just makes the spirit activity.
It heightens spirit activity.
Yeah, off the chart. So I got a feeling this place, they've been remodeling around this place, cleaning the land up and cleaning out this place.
Okay.
I think.
So I don't know how somebody hasn't turned up dead yet.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm curious, how far can it go? I don't know if he has enough energy to kill you, but I think he has enough energy to make you
do something to make you remember who it is and who you don't need to mess with.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the dread that he can put on yourself.
Yeah,
what you can feel it when you walk through the door of this place. You might not even have to walk through the door, Chastity.
No, I can already, like, it's not quite like an energy thread, but I can feel it. I've already seen some things, like, as y'all have talked about it, I already have somewhat an energetic link. I guess you could say a thread to that place. He's not going to come here and mess with me, or even mess with me from there, but he does. Basically, when y'all were talking about we're going to go back one more time, I heard you've got a surprise for you, and I saw a present. That's visually in my mind's eye, I saw a present, and I heard, not with my ears, but a thought that wasn't my own. You've got a present.
Well, good. I'm ready to open it.
Yeah. So be careful.
We're going, like I said, we're going to go one more time.
Yeah, well, y'all.
I haven't been able to catch. So there's new owners of this place. The word is it's supposed to be torn down already. So I'm trying to catch them and get permission to go in there. It's kind of a dangerous place as far as physically. The place is in despair.
It just looks like, to me, in my mind's eye, the way it looks is like the walls it's like down to like where what's it called? Drywall. Like the drywall's gone and it's just a bunch of dark wood.
It's some of it is, actually, so it's a dark brown brick house. If you ride by it, you wouldn't. It's actually probably a very nice looking home. Back when it was really clean, probably a nice looking home. Yeah. But it looks dark. It's boarded up naturally and it was boarded up to keep people out. But on the inside, it almost looks like, and I don't know nothing about a cult. It looks like a cult activity is taking place. Someone's painted all kinds of sigils, all kinds of things on the walls, all kinds of diagrams and images of things. I have no clue what it is.
Have you ever heard of a topa?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's a
There,
thought form created by somebody that practices certain
yeah.
things. Yeah.
And you focus on, if you paint a sigil on the wall, focus hard enough on that sigil and get enough people thinking about it strong enough, you can bring a thought to life.
Absolutely.
That's what was painted on the wall in there, like
See
in
that, because
5
I'm
or
sitting here
6
thinking like
places.
something don't seem right about it being like just a man. Like that's what I've been sitting here thinking about.
Yeah.
So
Here's
it's
even more.
possible.
So in the last 2 weeks, I haven't even told Riley this. I actually found out who used to live in the home 30, 40 years ago.
Huh?
I found out who lived in the home. So I've been trying to find some old history. Some people were talking about someone shot herself in there. So it must have happened early on, because the last family that lived there, they're nice people. They're still alive. The lady I talked to who said, "Hey, I know that these are those people. Hey, their son is he lives right down the road. We can talk to him about it." She said nothing bad ever happened in that home. They never experienced anything. So
I
I'm
felt
curious. I'm curious now. So why? Why now? If you know,
because they opened up the freaking portal in there and brought in all kinds of craziness. If y'all have sigils, even if somebody just went in there and played around, that's one thing. But the way y'all are describing it, they're intentional sigils. Like, so they knew what well, maybe they didn't know exactly what they were doing, but they knew what intent they had. When you open up that kind of stuff, you leave a tear in this energy grid, and it's from a darker level. So when you're talking about realms, you have descended and ascended, and they're multi-layered. So the denser, the heavier, the more negative the energy, the quote unquote lower it falls, the lower the realm. It's like layered cake, basically. So when you dig down and you use these sacred symbols and stuff, like you can use that for positive or you can use that for negative. And I'm sitting here, as you're sitting here saying this, I feel kind of, I should have said it, but I feel like when somebody lived there might have been some things, but I don't feel like this thing has been there the whole time. The thing is, even if they tear this house down, like, you know, the fact that this is going to be territorial over the land. This is not going to just be over the house. I guarantee if there's any houses near it, are they building a housing complex or something on it? Or they're going to build
So let me turn his volume down. So that is so weird you say that. So within rocks throwing distance of this property, they're building apartment complexes behind it right now. They're almost finished with them.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for those people, because generally when you pull something in, like it's presenting as male, and I don't want to say it's it could be a descended earthbound spirit, but it's leaning by the description more so to something darker. And thought form for sure, but to have that power, thought forms have to manifest over a long time. Even if you put enough intention in it with enough people, it might become powerful enough. But thought forms, they kind of have to like grow. You know, they have to have time to siphon, and that's a whole nother subject. But whatever this is, like, I think the little girl, I don't think she's real.
We wondered if we were being manipulated by a little girl.
Yeah.
We were wondering the whole time if we were, we've thought that the whole time, have we not? This little girl, actually, we have her on camera sit in Halo's lap.
Yeah.
She moved cat balls on the floor for us. She did everything Halo asked her to do.
Yeah.
On command. That was the second time we used Halo in a place where we thought there was a little girl, because we knew the little girl previous times she wouldn't have anything to do with us, which made me think that's the man, that's the male spirit in there, not wanting to communicate with us. But as soon as she come back, boom, there's the little girl. We say, if you're, Emily, if this is you, will you roll these cat balls across the floor? They started rolling across the floor.
Yeah, and see, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And see, Halo, she's got even more light. Like, we all carry light, but she's kind of like a wide open book here. So naturally, anything that's there is going to gravitate towards her. I can't. I don't want to say for 100% fact it's not a little girl, but everything's pointing towards it, like 90% of it not being a real little girl. But
Yeah.
thought forms, darker thought forms have no problem manifesting things. They can manifest anything. There's not too many limits, and he could be making this as a funnel of energy. So have you ever noticed that the little girl might, this is what Spirit's saying. Have you ever noticed that the little girl may like manifest before him, and then once you've interacted with her for a little while, he might come in and act like he's doing this, that, and the other, and then he'll pop off and she'll run away. But do you communicate with her first?
Absolutely. We communicate
It's
with
him.
her first.
It's him. That's his trap. It's like a booby trap. Think of it if you're a rabbit hunter and you're setting up a rabbit trap in the woods.
Yeah.
These things are manipulative. These things
So
mean business.
The whole time we have all questioned, are we really dealing with a little girl?
Yeah, and if you feel that way,
we were not.
You feel it right here. You know.
Yeah. We even not the last time, the time before, we didn't threaten, okay? We didn't threaten. We did not provoke. But we were like, we know there's not a little girl here. We know it's you. We know it's you messing with us. And he did not like that at all.
Yeah.
And then it seemed so real because we across the spirit box, it sounded just like a tiny little girl.
Yeah.
That and you get words on spirit boxes. So when you get good communication, you get 2 words, 3 words. If you get a sentence, you really have something.
Yeah.
But she said, I'm 9 years old, in the sweetest, tiniest little girl's voice you've ever heard. I'm 9 years old. I can't talk like a little girl.
Man.
To the point where we were all, holy cow, it is a girl. Or is it? You know?
Yeah.
Because we've caught this thing on our camera also. We've caught him in there, and I'll be honest with you.
And he's freaking at least 7 foot tall.
He's huge.
I see it as being really wide, and he's got like these muscles that have veins, and he almost looks green.
Yeah. He's big. We caught him in a corner. He let us see him. I say he let us see him. We saw an image. We saw an image of him, and he was
standing right beside our partner Dylan.
Yeah,
who's at least a good 6.
Dylan's 6 foot, but Dylan is wide. He's a big guy, and this guy made him look tiny.
Yeah.
He made him look tiny. Now I'm curious, same thing. So can he manifest himself to be anything he wants? I'm a manifest.
He can manifest himself to be anything he wants, but he's not just manifesting himself. He's literally this is how I interpret it. Okay. People in the chat, feel free to chime in if you got any different opinion. Love to hear it. I think he is projecting this little girl so he can exist and she can exist at the same time. It's literally just him making his own kind of like thought form, like a topa, like you're talking about. That is his. That's what the dark things will do, that, and the power that he has. But there's 2 though. I feel like there's 2. So that might be why I got the 2, because I'm picking up them separately because I got that first, but they could be of the same, because you're getting into the realm of how, in my personal opinion, and I got that thing to release with Dead Serious Investigations, but I've got some stuff I've got to film about my personal opinion about haunted objects. And you're getting into haunted object territory, and the way that stuff kind of works too, because they can project, they can be somewhere. It's not even like just the object. So it's the same principle, like a doll's haunted. Well, it's not necessarily in the doll. It's near the doll, around the doll. It stays with that object because that's where it gets its food. Right. Yeah. So, and I tried to explain that to like this girl on YouTube named Chris Starr. She does little paranormal investigations and stuff, and she's pretty popular. She's not like up there. She's done stuff with Kelsey Davies, but she's sweet and stuff, but she has so much light and so much potential, but she still doesn't understand, I think, how a lot of it works, which is fine. It's not saying I'm right and she's wrong. I just tried to give her some advice, because she was talking about her on a haunted objects and how she locked it up inside of this thing. And I'm like, it's not with the doll. It's not in, it'll stay with the doll. Can it still move depending on like what you do? There's ways that you can, control stuff like that to a degree, but it's a lot. It's a lot. I'm just going to leave it there. But I tried to explain that to her, and I never got a response, of course. But I mean, I told her I'd even help her with it because the way she sounded, it was scared, and I believed her. Haunted objects are nothing to deal with, nothing to play around with, and they're on a different level than even a haunting. So it's that kind of energy. It's not the same as haunted objects that I'm referencing because I got a little bit of the ADHD, I got a little tad of it.
Yeah.
It's on the same level is what I'm trying to say as dark stuff, like because it gets really deep in what people would refer to as demonic. There are
Yeah.
demons, in my opinion, but the big bad, super scary demons, they exist and they are around, and like these big possessions and stuff like that, they do happen, but it's not as frequently as everybody thinks. But that type of energy you're dealing with the thing about demonic energy is they talk to you in your mind. I've had them talk to me. They mess with you. They can cause accidents. Like they can kind of set things up for things to be a certain way. And if they wait, they're patient, and they find this little crack. You'll be fine. You'll be strong. But they wait for the perfect opportunity to find just a little crack in your emotions, just a little bit. Something's brought up from the past, or you're depressed, and the next thing you know, you're in shambles in your body, in your mind, and your spirit. And that's how you know you're under, oppression. Like, and that thing at that house, if you hung around long enough, and I don't know why I'm talking about this. I just go with it, right? So that little
Yeah.
present they're talking about, they're tearing down that place. Be sure to bring like your sage and holy oil and stuff with you. And before you even step foot in your car, sage yourself, sage your stuff, and put holy oil. Like I put it on my forehead. You can put it in the shape of a cross. You can put it in a dot. Sometimes I even put it on every one of my chakras, both my shoulders, both my hips, and both my ankles. So nothing, it creates a whole barrier, and I bring in the white light. I would even sage my stuff because I just feel like if that thing wanted to come back with y'all and start messing with y'all, it could if it wanted to.
We've thought that very same thing. That's probably the Savannah haunting house, and that place in particular. I actually feel worse from it than the Georgia home, but I actually thought about it there. I wasn't worried, but it was on my mind, dude. This thing has enough energy. It can come with us no matter what we say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we
It
prayed
can,
about
but it can and it can try, but the beautiful thing is once you understand, like how, you don't have to have a great understanding, but once you understand how energy works, when your vibration is high and it's so low, I can be around stuff like that and become affected, but knock it off because first of all, we have the highest of the high on our side. Second of all, your vibration, if you're up here and it's down here, can it try to bring you down? Yeah, that's what it does. That's why you have the different stages of possession. You have to get to a certain vibration to give up before it really can take full hold of you. And if you can notice the signs and symptoms when they start, you can correct it. And everybody has a different experience with it. I know that, but that's the beautiful thing. It's like something comes in and it's gone. Like right now, we're having something go on with my fiance and like this little short shadow thing that's that's been around for a while that he's dealing with, right? So we're trying to push it out. Okay. So that's something that I'm dealing with right now. It's not super prevalent though. It doesn't mess with me. It doesn't do anything crazy. Like every once in a while, something will go missing, but I push that stuff out. But see, that goes to show you too that it's up to the individual too. So when you're having a haunting and everybody's in the house, everybody has to be on board. And I'm not saying he's not. It's just something that's kind of resurfaced kind of since the eclipse a little before. And you have to deal with that kind of stuff, and everybody's got to be on board, or your chances of getting rid of it go down.
Yeah, we definitely when we go in this home, especially the last 2 or 3 times after we've really realized what we got going on, which is nothing. We don't take it lightly, especially at this place. We're the power of God is with us, and we let Him know as soon as we walk in the door. We've learned we don't wait till we're in trouble. We're coming in, but it is an uneasy feeling in that hole.
It really is.
But
Yeah.
it's not, it's not the first place we've been in like that. It may be, it's as strong as any place we've been. It's as been strong as any place we've paid crazy money to go investigate.
Except the first ever house I ever went in for
That's a
ghost
bad one too,
hunting.
yeah. Well, and I think about this place too. So not the last time when Halo went for her first time, the previous time we took one of our original members. He hasn't been in a while.
Yeah.
And we took him, and before we left, he was sitting in the middle of the floor in this place crying like a baby. So he had his mind on playing with a Ouija board while we were in there. And before, and I'm not laughing at him because it actually I thought when he did it, I looked down because it's dark. I'm like, dude, David, there's no way in hell you're playing with a Ouija board up in here around all of us with this place.
I said,
and it wasn't 30 minutes. It wasn't 30 seconds later. He was in tears. We had to get him out of the house.
Yeah.
He said, man, I don't know what's wrong. I said, to me, I know what's wrong. The spirits got him and it had him. So, and he hasn't been back. We hadn't seen that.
Yeah.
He got on the other night and I wanted to ask him, how was he doing? But I knew after that night that that thing got him. It got him. I call it a thing. That thing got him.
Yeah.
Kind of like Halo a few weeks ago at the other place we went to. I told you that the spirit there had its way with her.
Yeah, and so I'm going to preface this. When I go to this place next weekend, when I get in tune, I don't necessarily take on the characteristics of like the spirit I may be communicating with. I normally only communicate with high vibrational spirits, but I have and I will be communicating with, earthbound spirits, right? I don't particularly intend on communicating with anything super dark that day naturally, right? But when you're an intuitive, right? So Dave probably is a little more in tune with his intuitive side, basically. Like if there's something super sad that happened there, I'll start to feel sad. That's called being empathic, and you will start crying. You might start crying, but I don't ever have that happen unless I'm channeling in past loved ones. And sometimes if my client, I can feel them choking up, it'll make me cry type stuff. But you're getting ready to see, I hope. I don't know what's going to happen because I have been, but I've never been on a private investigation. Okay. I've lived in haunted houses. I've dealt with it. I see things with my eyes on location too. That's something that normally don't happen here either. But
visually,
I feel super comfortable doing it. I'm just interested to see like how it's going to happen in a certain place that I'm not like going and clearing. You see what I'm saying?
Open up a whole new vibe for you.
Yeah.
It may, or it might scare the shit out of them.
So I told you before, Angel, if you're still up here, Angel's wife Ruth. So that's what I was telling you, that she has some abilities that I don't even think she understands, because
I can't wait to meet them.
The first time we met Ruth, we met with Angel several times, but Ruth came on an investigation. She goes too, okay. She was communicating with a spirit in the room, and all of a sudden she broke down to tears.
Yeah.
So she was talking and she was answering questions like the spirit was talking to her. And we're sitting here like, dude, we're supposed to be the professionals here. But that thing, like you said, she was really involved to the point where the spirit was a lady and it was needing help. His husband had passed in the building we were in. So it said, I think's how it went down.
Yeah.
That's what Ruth was picking up on. And the spirit needed help, and it was bringing Ruth down to, she was in tears because, she couldn't help the lady. That was wild. That was a wild night too, honestly.
Yeah.
And we didn't feel like we got much out of that place, but we really did.
We really
So
did.
I really want you to meet Ruth, because maybe she knows more about herself than we do. Maybe she knows she does have these abilities.
Yeah.
And, maybe she's just holding back on us.
Yeah, she holding back. It's all right.
I can't wait to meet her. And that's something I can do, but it's not something that that's where my job and like my purpose kind of like I'm gonna have to take a step back, which is not like I'm overbearing with it. But see, I cross over stuck people. That's what I do too. That's part of being a medium. That's part of our job. So, you
What do you
can't
mean?
really go to a place that's advertising it's haunted and start crossing over everything because then it won't be haunted anymore, right?
What, I see what you're saying. You're talking about crossing spirits. I got you.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
trying to
so
say,
that's kind of something I mean, it's not like I do it all the time. I mean, I only do it when it's necessary or needs to happen. And it's not something that happens once a week. It's just every once in a while. But crossing spirits over is something it's something that's a gift. I mean, everybody can technically try to do it. And I think everybody has the ability to do it. It's just, it's hard because there's just the conversations and things that have to be said and things that have to happen. And it's just kind of up to the spirit what they want to do. There's
Yeah.
free will. You stay behind, there's still free will. And that's why you have really sorry slab ass spirits.
gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm learning more all the time.
Same.
So
I've been having so many downloads. Like the way I get a lot of information is, I do research and stuff like that, but not as much as you would think. A lot of my stuff I learned through experiences, and I get downloads. I get flashes of insight. I have my connection with spirit, and I'm honored and I'm blessed. And it's not I don't put my pride into it. And I just tell people because it's not to boast. It's to let people know that you can have such a lovely relationship with the divine and just have that discernment. You can get those answers and it's available to everybody. It just will look different for everyone because we're all put here with a certain like way to transmute energy or to interpret energy. When you understand it's not just all about spirits and all that kind of stuff, we're interpreting energy every single day of our lives.
Mm-hmm.
And when you understand your way of interpreting energy, it can open up your intuition, but most importantly, discernment. Because again, I say this all the time, intuition's great. Discernment is key. And my opinion, we can be born with a certain amount of discernment. And I think everybody's born with a certain amount and it differs. But discernment is something that's not 100% given, it's earned. You don't get discernment when you live in lower vibrations and your ego gets in the way. You don't get that type of spiritual discernment when you don't have good intentions, unless
What does that mean?
discernment, the difference is, so the discernment is being able to tell, okay, so let's say I get the psychic information about a certain entity, right? And I can see it and I can like, say, oh, this is this and that is that, it's this. Okay, how can I explain this? I see a spirit and I just see it, but I don't know what to do with it. I don't know how, and I can use my knowledge based on how I'm feeling or thinking. And I'm left to like, is it this? Is it that? Is it this? Is it that? No, it's discernment gives you the ability to have that connection with spirit to be able to actually understand what you're seeing and dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the Bible, they call it discernment. You're supposed to discern spirits. And not everybody can discern spirits, and it takes a while. And there's a lot of things that happens, with discernment, and it's a multi-leveled type thing, and it comes with knowledge and time. And when you get into the situation like I'm in, and a lot of people are facing it right now, I'm not special. There are so many people doing this right now on different levels. And discernment is something where you can just you get the insight on what the difference is. You might have some type of gift or might have some type of ability, but if you can't understand and discern the difference of what is this and that is this is that, then it's not that it's not any good. It's just that you're not quite there yet.
Yeah.
You have to know the difference when you're doing the type of work that I particularly do, or just even people that don't do exactly what I do. Because I mean, again, there's just so many people that are coming online, as I say. And the collective and the veil is thinning. The collective consciousness is shifting because more people are starting to realize that they have a spiritual purpose instead of just the 9 to 5 day in and day out, and it's a beautiful thing, but it comes with a lot of pain, but it comes with a lot of joy. And, it's like the eclipse. The media tried to like get us all in a frenzy of it's going to be earthquakes and there was going to be natural disasters and there was going to be bombings. And no, what you saw collectively across the news the day it happened was like people full of energy and excitement and hordes just all looking up at this celestial event. And even though our ancestors feared it, right, which would tell us we probably shouldn't look at it, no, it's a beautiful thing that was given to us from, in my opinion, the creator. And we're all sitting here doing something collectively at the same time. It raised the vibration, and a lot of people are having a great time after. So, hey, that's all I got to say about it. I can get on my tangents, but I hope it makes sense what I'm saying.
So Dylan asked two questions. The first one was in our local, I shouldn't call it local, in the Hell House we've dealt with. You feel like we're dealing with not a human spirit there?
Yeah, it's potential. I'm going to lean towards a non-human spirit. I'm going to lean towards that, but I'm not going to say 100% yes until I would be able to look further into it. Because I can tell you like now off the bat, and I can give you some pretty good answers, but I have like a certain open, I'm not 100% open right now. So I haven't went through my spiritual practices to kind of open myself up to be 100% channeling. And that's something I do, so I'm not channeling all the time. So I just come on to kind of hang out, and I can do it all the time, but that level of, but anyways, point is, yes, I'm leaning towards potential non-human. And if it is a human spirit, it is definitely 100% a descended human spirit. Descended human spirits gain energy from other people, whatever way it takes, or environmental, however they do it. And then they literally get nastier and more vulgar, and they have the ability to do a lot. Human spirits can do a lot. So it might be, but if there's like been a summoning, the only thing that's making me think it might not be human is the summoning part. But
I think
like,
there's been summoning.
I think there's been summoning.
Absolutely, I do.
Yeah, it's something I'd have to look into.
There is way too many daggone symbols painted on that wall inside of the house, not to be some kind of damn summoning going on there in the past.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. When you walk in and you shine a light on these walls covered in all these different symbols and sigils and stuff,
damn,
somebody knew what they were doing when they did that.
I feel like there's blood.
Oh, I'm sure there is. Without a doubt, I'm sure there's blood been shed in that place. So Dylan also said, we were talking about dolls. How do you feel about the Annabelle doll?
I was 6 inches away from her. And she's...
Any vibes?
Let me get a breath.
Uh-oh.
When I went, they protect that. They put that doll in a case and they do certain prayers and kind of stuff, and to protect people from the doll. When you walk past Annabelle, I felt nothing. And I was like, I knew better, right? Even though this was 3 years ago and I was still coming up, I knew better. But I'm like, the initial of like, wow, I'm not feeling anything as an intuitive person is kind of strange. But right next to Annabelle was the witch from the Occult Museum. It's like the witch with the green nose. If y'all have seen some of the Warren's Occult Museum items, you'll know which one I'm talking about. And that thing was looking at me literally and intuitively. It was like whatever was in charge of Annabelle wasn't in Annabelle. It was outside of the case. Ooh. Something just touched me.
Oh, geez.
Oh, Jesus.
It's funny.
My hair, all of my hair is pulled forward and it like went.
So it's funny. The same time you turned your head to the left, I didn't tell him. I could have swore I just saw them go right by us in this room.
Shit.
I'm telling you, I did. But I won't.
That's why I said, let's take a breath. And I'm going to bring in some light because it's not anything to play with. Let's just get this straight right now. Haunted objects are they are on a different level than just, I'm telling you. But every time, like, it's something like I felt it. I felt a whoosh of air. It was almost like, it wasn't like a touch. It was like this. Like I can kind of recreate it. Like somebody just went. But yeah. Anyways, hold on one second.
Right, now I'm going to get remotely possessed tonight. Dylan, if I get possessed, I'm going to rattle your bag, partner.
I'll make it go away. It's fine.
I'm going to kick you so
I
hard.
think we've already had plenty of time already that if it was going to happen, it would have happened. We've been in control for the most part.
I'm gonna kick
Yeah, I mean, there's
Hayes gonna be singing Jingle Bells. That's how hard I'm gonna kick him.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, y'all can think I lie or whatever. I don't care. I'm not a liar. Like, I'm just going to say that because I'm sure some people probably, and I'm not saying y'all or anybody that's my regulars, but people that aren't here, I'm pride myself in telling the truth, because if I did not, there's no absolute way in hell, unless I made a pact with darker entities, which I absolutely did not, to get psychic information. If you're a liar, a cheater, if you got low vibrations, if you're scamming people and all that kind of stuff, you will never get the type of information unless you've made pacts with darker beings, whether you realize it or not. That's just my personal opinion, but I 100% something. I mean, it could have been like a moth or something, but there's nothing in here flying around. I did have a skeeter and I smushed it. So unless it like resurrected, and that was a couple days ago, and I couldn't find its dead body. So unless it resurrected and come back for my ass, yes, I had some like a whoosh of air on my back. It went.
We were talking about that earlier. So the most humongous mosquito. This is a country bumpkin mosquito. There's one on that wall.
Yeah, he's just killing out being our
he's
audience.
2 inches in diameter.
He's being our audience.
If he lands on you, cuz you're gonna think you
got a damn mini helicopter landing on you. It's huge.
All right, Dylan, does that answer your question, buddy?
Yeah, so Annabelle, right beside, I'm going to eventually release some more of that footage, and I have covered the story, like mostly all of it, but partial story on my podcast of my experience with Annabelle. It gets a lot deeper and it gets a lot spookier, and I met Annabelle on October 31st of 2021. And the things that happened, that continued to happen, were kind of crazy. So yeah, but do I think that was the Annabelle that just did all that? No. I mean, I could have been tripping, right? I'll sit here and talk myself out of it. But I truly felt like something like come up behind me. And at the same time, if y'all saw that, then it more than likely it's probably something to do with what we've been talking about, the house or whatever. I don't think it has anything to do with Annabelle. But haunted objects, they do transverse time and space. I could tell y'all some crazy stories at a later date. I might wait till I do my video on my crazy story and then I'll share, but it's wild.
All right, Chasity.
Dylan said his apologies, Riley. He's sorry.
It's okay. All right. You're good, Bart. You're good, partner.
So this weekend, do you have like I know they kind of put a schedule out of what are you getting to speak?
No, I mean, I didn't get like a form to sign up or anything, but I did put on there that I would. So unfortunately, no, but that's okay. It's my first event, and maybe next time.
I hear you. Yeah. Well, maybe we'll all get to meet different people because we don't know anybody there either.
Yeah.
So we get to meet you. That's the good part about it.
Yeah.
We're going to be, I'm going to pull y'all around with me at least one of y'all. We're going to go meet some people. I'm a networking butterfly. Let's go.
Hey.
There you go.
Hey.
Quit hollering. Man.
I love it. Hey. I'm a people person.
Excuse me, sir.
Me too.
I'm right beside you.
I'm sorry.
And look, see this microphone?
Yeah.
She hears you great, I'm sure. You don't have to holler at her.
Okay.
Just because she's 4 hours from here doesn't mean you have to holler.
Okay.
I think I heard him out the window. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
So have we spoken to you since we went and cleansed the house a few weeks ago? I think we may have.
I've
So
spoken. Yeah, I spoke to Riley, but not a ton. I mean,
Okay.
not a ton about it.
So last Wednesday night would be 3 or 4 days after you spoke to. We were speaking about. We went and cleansed the home with some things that were happening. You spoke to Brad, who was up here, and you described what you were seeing out his window: a certain light, the railroad track, the flooring in his home. So we were able to talk to him after that, and you wouldn't believe, Brad, if you're up here, if I say something wrong, let me know. You described it to a T, to the point where they were talking about it when we were there. So everybody, she knows what she's doing. So you described their bedroom. I mean, he said right down to when you look out the window at night, that light she was talking about is right there. You see it. You know, his daughter was, she was blown away. We all were. Just thinking,
Yeah.
Brad said he's here. So Brad did. So tell Chasity. You tell her. Did she describe your room, even the ceiling and the attic? That something bad is, something bad may or may not have happened in that attic of that home. And he hears what they call it. What have they nicknamed the lady who lives in the attic?
Oh God!
I can't remember.
I forgot.
What's her name, Brad?
It wasn't Bathsheba like the Conjuring house, was it?
It was something like
Something like that.
The something woman.
Anyway, I'm
It's a cross between Big Bertha and Bathsheba. And she said she didn't like that because I totally connected with that woman.
Oh, Chasity, the babushka woman.
There it is.
Yeah.
I'm hollering too and ain't trying to.
That's awesome.
The babushka.
The babushka.
So Brad, now that you have a little more probably confidence and you've been talking about it, have you had any discussions with babushka woman in the last week? Is anything happening with her?
Has she been active and or dormant?
The fact that I saw her and acknowledged her, I mean, she might have been active if you provoked her, but I would assume since I saw her and acknowledged her, it might have let her rest a little bit because she's still there. It's not like she's gone. I didn't cross her or nothing.
So I have to wonder. We were talking about it. And
that's just I want to get that out before he types. I mean, that's kind of how I'm feeling, but I could be wrong, but I'm definitely not as tapped right now or tapped in as I was last week, but I connected with that house. And the fact that I connected with his house means that there is something paranormal there, because if somebody asks me a question and I really don't get a whole lot on it, that pretty much means that there's nothing, there might be something there like residual energy, but there's nothing super duper conscious. Right. So there's something definitely haunting his house.
He said, I hear noises in my attic and bedroom walls every night.
Yeah.
What?
I'm gonna Chasity. I'm gonna go outside real quick.
She probably doesn't care if you go outside.
All right.
I'd rather you go outside.
I'll see you. I'll see you in a bit.
All right. Well, I'll be right. Oh God, Daddy, that's my kneecap.
Oh, bless your heart. Are you all right?
Oh, he's good. He's having a moment right this minute.
That's okay. Take your time. I'll hang around for a little bit longer, guys. I feel halfway decent right now. So I'll probably hang on here for about another 15 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna hop off because I got to get to beading and I got to actually do some more. Oh no, I got to share some bummer news. Let me see if I can pull it up. My beautiful USPS wants over $200 for a 6-foot banner, and they can suck my big toe.
What kind of banner?
A 6-foot by 2.5-foot banner. So I'm going to contact a local person, somebody local that can help me maybe get it a little cheaper, because that's about all the money I'm probably going to make at the event. So I can't spend all that on a banner. I'm going to get something, but it's not going to be what I need.
So send me your image and I print them for $90.
6 foot by 2.5.
Well, it'll be 6 foot by 3. 3 foot, it's actually 3 by 8. And if you shrink it down to 3 by 6, it'll be $60.
Okay, because I'll talk to you. I'll just after we get off live, I'll send you the image and see what we can work on. Because if y'all are coming, to the event and everything, then I could just grab it then and I'll pay you. I'll cash app
Yeah,
you
we
or
can bring
Venmo you or something.
We'll be glad to bring it. If you know what you want, you can send it to me, email it to us or whatever, and
Oh, it's
we'll get
designed.
we'll get it
It's
printed
ready.
tomorrow. Yeah, we printed 2 over the weekend. So Brad
Okay.
said Susan and Tammy. Tammy is very one of our friends. We've investigated her home before, and we can't come to the conclusion that I told you it was her brother who had passed long ago that was still there. But both of these ladies say they see shadows walking through their house a lot.
It doesn't surprise me because if it was an orphanage, like you have all that children energy and all that sad energy that's left over there. I mean, if y'all are down with living with this, that's cool. But if y'all want to try to like clear it out a little bit and let some of this go, let me know. And like, I'm going to try to make a trip out that way, maybe like on the way to the beach or even just a trip to come out there and just say hello one day because it's not that far for me. I think it's only like 2.5 hours from Winston. So, I mean, I could come out there and help y'all with that. It's just my biggest problem is I have an old vehicle and it's the only vehicle we had. So my vehicle, I bought a brand new Kia Soul in 2015. I bought it in 2014. It was nice. It was great. That sumbitch burst into flames by itself in 2017. It took me 5 years to get a dime out of that company. And by the time that I got a dime out of that company, because I always had a car, I've been carless for the last 7 years. And then, my disability and stuff, like where I'm partially disabled, this is my job, which I'm not complaining. I'm blessed. Spirit and the people that support me have been I'm more than grateful for the support that I get. So I want to make that very clear while I say this. This is not a pitiful party me. I'm just telling you what happened. Like my car exploded. If my children were in the car, they would have died.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Nick was able to get out. He was able to get out in time and he calls me at work. And yeah, my car burnt to the ground. So we have a vehicle, but it's a shared family vehicle and it's like older. So I have like a limited distance I can go. So I can go like a couple hours on either side. I can kind of like push it a little bit, but it's getting to the point where we kind of have to like save the last little life of it. I'm manifesting besides like a couple other things ahead of it. I'm manifesting a car in my life. I'm going to get me a car. By the first of 2025, I'm going to work very hard and I'm getting me a dang car. I don't care what it looks like, as long as it will get me where I need to go. And I'm going to make it happen because I got to file my taxes and all that kind of stuff. And it's kind of personal information, but you know what? It's not anything that everybody else has to do. But like, that's just one of my goals. And I'm letting everybody know now because like I could have been doing stuff that's a little further out, but that is the 100% reason why I don't get to go too far. Like I can do stuff. So like to go to like Bushy Mountain, I would love to do that on my own or with a group, don't matter. Right. But I can't get there right yet because I don't want to run the risk of getting out to Tennessee and that some bitch breaking down, Oh, what's that?
No, we're going to get you there. So right now, Monster, we're needing that sponsorship. Chasity needs a car, and down south needs a motorhome.
Yeah,
where you
Monster
at?
Energy.
So, we thought the whole time, what better energy drink to sponsor down south than a Monster?
Yeah.
Right? Because that's what we deal with sometimes.
I mean, I support them 100% of the time.
We will work on that too. You want it? We'll work on it.
So Tammy,
but yeah, I mean, I know I'll be able to get one eventually, and it's not a need, right? I don't absolutely need it right now. It's just something that's going to further my career. I know I'm going to get one in my due time. It's something I'm going to put more energy in, and I'm highly grateful because every time I'm in need of something, Divine Spirit always provides some way, shape, or form. I do not lack. that's the beautiful thing about, having faith, and in my opinion, and knowing that I will always be taken care of, right? That's why I try not to stress. But I'm just telling y'all this because this is why I'm not able to go and film locations and stuff, even for just my personal channel. So it's not something I ever talked about publicly. And it's been so many years ago, it don't affect me anymore like that. And we're able to get what we need. But once I get my vehicle, I'm going to go see Emily. I'm going to be like on the weekends when my kids are gone, I'm going to drive up Pennsylvania and go say, hey, my friend or other people, like I'm trying to plan a trip out west. And that is my goals for this year.
Well, we're all going to pray for it to happen.
Thank you.
We need
and we'll contact Monster.
I've sent him one letter with no response. And I didn't follow through, honestly, because I told Riley I'm going to send him a letter every week until one of them responds. I have not done that, so I lied.
Yeah,
I did send one letter, and they're kind of getting a little bit woke. Sorry, guys, if you're woke, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm saying what I'm saying. But
say what you gotta say.
They're so far, behind the woke and staying politically correct these days. It's kind of making me not care about them anyway. But anyway,
I'm over here. I can hear you. I love Monster.
I know you like Monster. But,
I like Monster.
Yeah, I liked Monster, and then I went to Celsius, and now I've cut myself off because it gave me tachycardia.
Oh my, Dylan. So Dylan works for a beverage company, and he's starting. He likes it's called Bucked Up. Is a new energy drink. He said we need a sponsorship from Bucked Up. We don't care where it comes from.
Either that or Twitch.
Is that one too?
Twitch energy. Yeah, you drank one the other day.
Twitch, start twitching.
We walk around kicking,
Yeah. Going paranormal investigating, we'll look possessed. It's like that was a ghost. That's the real crack water. They put literal substances in it.
Oh God. That's
all right. My live time's getting short, y'all. I'm starting to come out my box. You better cut me off. It's time to hit the end button. Oh God.
Dylan said, "Good old Bucked Up." So Miss Tammy Ipop, like I said, we helped her figure out what's going on in her house, but she has been seeing spirits since she was 2 years old. So Miss Tammy, like I told you before, you probably definitely have some senses that she's actually said she would go out with us sometime. We probably need to take her up on that.
Yeah.
But she's not scary for sure.
I can help. That's what I'm an intuitive guidance coach. So that's part of like my services and stuff. And I can break them down too. Like, cause I mean, it is my job, right? But the only service I offer for free, I have tons of free content, tons of free information out on my podcast. Like we do a lot of work for free, especially paranormal work. I do not charge for that because I just don't have the heart to. That's not something I feel you charge for to help people get better, But when it comes to like learning and stuff and all that kind of stuff, that's what I do. I'm an intuitive guidance coach. So I can help people identify their natural born intuitive gifts. With astrology too. So you can always reach out to me or I can give you some information to my content, and people are always welcome to ask me questions. I don't like charge for questions. You can always just, ask me a question if you got one and in the comments, and I generally am able to answer it, So I just want to make that very clear to anybody that has questions. I'm open to answering questions. But, if it's like a service, if, 30 minutes to an hour, that's different, right? But questions, I love answering questions. So send them to me.
There you go, Susan. And Miss Tammy, you heard it from Chasity. Hit her up with a message, and she might put you in tune to what you have going on.
Yeah, I don't mind helping, I don't mind helping people, with questions and even a couple questions like, hey, why would this happen? Like, I might not be able to give you the full details, but I can give you, if I can't help you, I can give you some direction, right? I try to be as helpful as possible, and
Yeah.
If I could do all this work for free, I absolutely would. Like if
Yeah.
I hit the lottery, the world's going to change. Like I'm ready
Yeah.
to give back. I'm a giver. I like to help. Like I don't mind. So that's just my way of saying, if there's a question you want to ask me, just a general question, I'm happy to answer. I'm
There
not
you
that
go.
type of person. You know what I'm saying? I want to help
Yeah.
any way that I can.
Mm-hmm. And we're the same way.
Yeah.
I keep saying, because I don't play the lottery, but I feel like if I would, I'd make a lot of people happy.
The
That's
school
for sure.
system.
Wow.
I'm joking because it plays for the school system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you
We
seen the
just
schools
donate
in
into the
our
school
area?
system.
The schools in our area.
That's
Now back toward Raleigh, back on the other side of 95, they have high schools that look like small colleges. So someone's definitely getting some of that money that way, but it's not in eastern North Carolina. That's for sure.
yeah.
Right.
And if I win the lottery, down south's getting paid, and Bill Chappell's getting the next flight over to East Carolina.
We don't need Bill Chappell. We just hire Angel straight up.
Oh yeah, well that's right. I'm buying Angel out. I'm gonna pay Angel's job
That's
to
what
fire him.
That's what Angel would like to do. He would like to be a paranormal investigator and a paranormal equipment designer and builder for his full-time job too. That would be neat.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay Angel's job to fire him if I win the lottery, so he can work for me full time, designing new equipment.
Gotcha.
That would be awesome.
Well, let's at least maybe somebody we know will win it.
Yeah.
Dylan needs it too, because Dylan's got a new baby coming next month. So
Yeah.
Dylan, I know you need it, buddy. We know we got to
Congratulations.
We got to help Big Deal first. Just squeal. Big Deal is going to be squealing here shortly.
Yeah, if we don't help Big Deal, he might let out a good squeal.
Autumn Moon says she wants to see us all investigate together and teach. We're definitely going to try. Like our first investigation, I think you might know, Autumn. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure you do by now. Is April 20th. So we'll be meeting up in Hickory, North Carolina, and investigating the place that the Hunger Game part where some of the Hunger Games was filmed. It's Henry River Mills, right?
Correct.
Yeah. I'm not looking into the information yet. I don't want to know anything yet. So I only know just a tiny bit about it, and I've seen some pictures. And Barb, she wants to know, like, why do you have dreams of people passing before it happens? Because that's called precognition. And a lot of times that kind of stuff does come in dreams. That's kind of like the best way to have precognitive dreams. So it's the same thing of like predicting a tornado or predicting a storm. Like I would have precognition. It just means that you're more in touch with your subconscious while you're sleeping because you're unconscious. So you're able to pull in information from the collective, or it's spirit's way of showing you and preparing you, because potentially, Barb, if it was just to come out of nowhere left field, it's almost this is what spirit's saying. Okay, so I don't know, it might be accurate, it might not, but basically it prepares you more like you think it's going to happen, and instead of it being a complete sudden shock to your nervous system, literally, like it might be a way to prepare you. It's not anything you can do to stop it. Some people think it's cruel, and stuff like that. And then the fan, emit audacity, the new fan, come from Connie, one of my subscribers. She bought this for me and a nice gift off of my wish list, which I was totally not expecting. And Dana got me some essential oils. So I got a huge fan now. I ain't never getting hot again. It's beautiful too. And like Dana and Connie, super sweet, and everybody that I want to take a moment right now and say thank you for everybody that joined my live Sunday. We talked about the eclipse. It was a lot of fun, and I'm going to try to incorporate new moon and full moon lives every month on my channel too. But I just wanted to take a moment here to say thank you for everybody, and thank you guys too. Down South Supernatural for joining my Facebook group. It's not anything big yet, but we're trying to develop a community too, kind of like y'all, where people can ask questions. And feel free to anybody that wants to join the Lights at Midnight podcast, paranormal and psychic group or whatever. We're just trying to create a nice place, just like they have Down South Supernatural's page too. Go follow them on Facebook.
We're trying to grow it. We probably do not do its honor enough. We probably should work on it a little bit more. But it's really hard.
And the people in it, it's hard because they're not everybody. Facebook don't push nothing. You have to push it and push it and push it.
And we can sit here and push it 1,000 times. But I'm really curious as far as like our members, how many of them are actually seeing it? I didn't. For a long time, I didn't until I saw it at first, and then I didn't see it again until I saw the post where one of y'all said we have 1,000 members, and why is nobody not participating? And I wrote down, I said we don't see it, and it was almost like you had to get kind of snappy with Facebook, and not necessarily your followers, but with Facebook before they're like, oh shit, we got to catch up, Yeah. So, and that part really bothers me.
It's a pay and play game, and
I hate that. It's like we're puppets. We're being played. Absolutely.
I love that song.
What?
Master of Puppet.
Yeah, I like that song too.
Metallica.
Yeah.
Oh, Dylan said once we get our YouTube channel going strong, watch out, Paranormal World.
Yeah.
I hear you, Dylan.
Dylan, there's the help right there. You're looking at it.
It or her?
Her.
I don't know if you saw that something behind her shoulder back there. I'm trying to figure out what I just saw back there.
Yeah. I saw
it could be my shadow. I did kind of feel something again.
Yeah.
When you turned a little while ago, just right, it looked like a big eyeball on the wall.
I saw the eye.
Oh, it is.
Oh crap! It is. That's what.
Oh God!
I said I'm seeing things, dude. She turned just right. You're like, cat's eye.
That's not sloppy. That's not slightly creepy at all.
It glows in the dark really well.
It's pretty cool.
All I have is I don't have my big light on, but I have my little lamp. I just didn't feel like setting up my little astronaut tonight. But I have a sign that says haunted over here, and it's just for looks. I have to mess with it. And I've got to get my room reorganized and bring in my filming area, because when I get my filming area set up the way that I want it, it's going to look like outside was brought inside. I'm going for gothic fairy core. Like I live in a terrarium. So the stuff that I make, I want mushrooms, and I want moss, and I want gothic chandeliers. I don't know. I'll figure it out one day. But either way, kind of witchy vibes. I'm going for that kind of filming area.
Yes, I agree with that, Chasity.
I'm gonna come out of the mist or something. I'm gonna have a fog machine, and every time I go live, there's gonna be mist shooting, and I'm just gonna emerge from it like this with wings or some shit. I don't know. I'm kidding about that, but
that's neat.
Chasity.
Yes, sir.
When you come out of that mist, you better be wearing some badass snake skin boots.
I would love to. I need to do my wings. And I'm not trying to make fun of anybody that does that. I love beautiful makeup, and I love wings and all kinds of stuff like that. I really do, but it's not something I would do personally for lives and stuff. Maybe if I was at a show or something, or some type of festival, I would. But everything else about the whole living in a terrarium type feel, that's going to happen. But the mist, maybe not so much. Maybe a nice neon light or something.
Yeah. Hey, I was game for the mist idea.
That would be cool.
Yeah, let's light this candle, baby.
Somebody can do it.
You know what? When I get my tent set up, we have one of those fog light or foggers, and if that shit didn't stink so bad, V was like, "Yeah, we need that for the tent," and I'm like, "Yeah, but it smells."
All right. So who's going with you this weekend? Who are you bringing?
My fiance and my sister, and maybe my best friend. is coming. So, and I've contacted them multiple times, and I'm not trying to say anything bad, but I'm trying to upgrade my space because I initially signed up for a 10 by 20 and they only sent me what's it called, invoice for a 10 by 10 space, because I'm not only selling my jewelry, I'm providing readings too. So, and I could
Yeah.
look in my email right now. I need to look because they're like offering extra space, and I've contacted them. I think this is my 4th email. So I'm hoping that it's in there. It is not. So I'm trying to get an extra space because I'm having to shove like a reading space and selling my jewelry in a 10 by 10 space. And luckily
Yeah.
enough, I got experience with this, but it's still going to be tight. It's going to be tight, but I'll be able to pull it off if I have to. I want to pay the extra
Yeah.
$30 because I have a 10 by 10 tent and I have a 10 by 20 tent. So
Right.
it would just be better, but I don't know why they won't take my money. Take my money, Trivet Clinic Center.
Yeah, I'm really curious where everybody's going to be there because that place is not large at all. Even outside, it's fairly small. I guess it depends on how many people are setting up. I'm just curious to see how it all works out. As they were saying, they want you to pull up and drop your stuff off and go park somewhere because there's no. You may could park 2 or 3 cars around that building. Around. I call it a home. Kind of, it's not as big as you perceive it to be there.
I
Not
don't know how they're going to fit. Where are these people going to park?
I have no clue. That's
Up and down the highway, I reckon.
Look, there's no.
That's not going to
shoulders
be
on that road.
good.
Yeah, there's no shoulders. That's not going to work. I guess we'll find out Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be a conversation off camera because I ain't trying to make it look bad or nothing like that. But just from past experience, like when you host an event like this and you have to sell tickets, I guess they have a cap on tickets, and I don't think they've sold them all. But generally, if 270 people say on Facebook they're going, you can at least plan on doubling that. So we're expecting probably 500 people at least. And I mean, North Carolina don't get this kind of stuff, so everybody's excited, and it's inexpensive. So.
That's good. I was curious because I don't see any ads or anything floating around. I was concerned that there may not be a lot of people, so it'll be exciting if there is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope
we'll
so.
see.
We've been doing our best to talk about it and push it for months.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, we didn't just start pushing it and talking about it. We've been doing it since Riley figured out he wanted to do it. So
yeah.
Since I got invited in,
it's been last year sometime.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah.
The same people who invited haven't no contacts since then. So
I think they're a little overwhelmed, to be 100% honest. And when I go there, I would love to meet these folks because again, I've been in the event industry for 10 years. And if they want to start really doing this, I would love to try to help them any way that I can be successful to do that. Yeah. And I'm going to, I have considered reaching out to them after the event to see if they would need any extra help for either next year or another event. It's not really about like the money thing to me. It's not about that. If that happens, cool. If not, cool. But like I want to help because that's something I wanted to do. Is something I haven't talked about publicly, but Emily, the fine art medium, and like my close family and friends know, like I want to plan events for haunted. I want to do haunted stuff, events. It's like that was kind of on my goal for 2025 that I've got a couple locations in mind that I would like to host, like a Paracon or a Parafest or a place where we can all get together. So I'm going to talk to these folks and kind of see their thoughts, because it's something I would like to do as well. And I mean, it's nothing like super private, but it's something that I have a goal to do.
So next year, we were contacted already, and he was actually on our live last Wednesday. Is his name Robert? I'm terrible with names. I'm sorry. But the fella who's in charge of
Robbie Spencer.
He has a paranormal team. Anyway, at the Trevette Clinic, at the Devil's Tramping Ground, they're going to do a Paracon there next year. So they're already working to set it up. So that would be good. Have you ever been there, Devil's Tramping Ground?
Nope. When I say that I've not been, but to a couple places, that's facts. Like outside of that, I have done all my work remotely 100%. The only way
Well,
I've got to experience paranormal investigations has been through the TV or in my personal like experiences, which has been very vast, but not like out in public or out
And
in
the
the.
Trevette Clinic, you've not been there either.
Mm-mm.
No, she hasn't been there.
Nope. And I don't know. I haven't looked into that either because I wanted to. The plan was to go there and investigate prior to the event, but that obviously hasn't happened. So, and I'm going to be so busy that day that I'm actually going to have to. I feel like I am, and I just feel that way. And I'm going to have to block out time to be able to network myself. So, since it's an 8-hour long event, I'm at least going to take a 1 hour break in the middle for like lunch and talking to people and maybe even like meditating and trying to reset myself because it can be dangerous if I don't. Not to say I can do it. Don't get me wrong. Spirit's been giving me people to like do readings for and be in communication with. Like I channeled probably for 5 hours straight yesterday and my mind wasn't tired. My body was more tired than my mind. And that's just because I have, scoliosis, degenerative disc arthritis. And if I'm constantly like moving or doing or sitting up like this, I have to take breaks. So I really need like a little blow up couch. That's why I need my 10 by 20, because I was going to put like one of those blow up couches in there in case I got a back spasm. I could zip myself up, lay back, rest for 5 minutes and reset myself. I know that sounds crazy, but that's the things I have to think of with my problems. So
at least the weather's supposed to be pretty. It went
Yeah.
from a chance of rain last week to 72 degrees and sunny Saturday, which is nice.
I'm excited. It's not going to be too hot. I even got little mini fans that I'm charging up for my hormonal. I probably bring this sumbitch too, though. Connie,
I
you did
think
me a
that works.
solid, babe, because I'm going to need this weekend. I'll be able to swipe away all the negative energy if anybody brings any.
Yeah, we ain't got time for all that.
No, and
Yeah.
what's up? Where's my phone? There it is. I'll show you my banner really fast. It's super darn cute if I can find it. I mean, it's right here. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's not quite all of it, but my other phone's going dead too.
Okay.
But yeah, that's my banner.
So you're going to, I call it, that'll be vertical. You're going to hang it vertical.
Yeah.
I like that.
Now, do you have a banner stand? You're going to clamp that too?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't need grommet holes in it.
Yes, I will need the grommets to clip it to the stand. So the stand has hooks.
Uh-huh.
And if not, I can make that happen. If I just get it printed, I went to school for graphic arts and imaging technologies, believe it or not. And the only time it helps me is with this type of stuff. And then the planning and like the socials and stuff. So I know times have changed, but I never got super duper into it. Y'all give me 1 second. I've got to turn off my camera and plug up my phone.
Gotcha.
When Mrs. Zach did not, that is
Zach,
not.
he might not even be on tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going. We missed supper. That's what we missed.
Yeah. That's exactly what we missed.
I'm curious. There's so many. I start looking at the people who got on the live, and there's so many people that used to get on all the time who don't anymore.
I know.
Stuff like that concerns me. I mean, I'm happy with all the new people.
Yeah.
You can't hear her? Are you muted?
Yeah.
Oh, you are muted?
I was muted, yeah.
Oh.
My bad.
She was passing some gas. She didn't want you to hear, Dylan.
What me? What me? It was the ghost.
Yeah, it was the ghost in there behind her that Daddy saw.
I saw something.
He saw a little phenomenon back there.
Don't surprise me.
The funny thing is she spelt something and I saw something move in here.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was telling. And it's so
you
funny
know what?
talking about.
Okay. So sometimes that'll happen. like I take on other people's paranormal experiences. So could I have been feeling, because we're talking right now, sometimes I take on those types of feelings and stuff from people. Like if like paranormal experiences. So if they have a paranormal experience, I'll see something in my house and it'll never be seen again. It's almost like it's a psychic experience.
That's so weird.
It is weird.
It wasn't black. It wasn't anything, but I saw something caught my eye moving right dead in front of us.
There's no animals in my room. I have Autumn. There's no animals in here at all. I did have a cat that passed away last year that was black. So, but I don't feel anything awful. And my shadow too. This light ring could be like my shadow. So if I do this or that, but
I don't see any shadows.
Yeah,
no shadows. Other than that big eye. I just saw that big eye again.
And all I see in here is that daggum mosquito hawk on the wall up there.
On steroids. It's huge.
Yeah, them old some bitches. I'm looking at my. I'm sorry, guys. In my chat, I've been chatting, and I need to catch up. I'm gonna look through them real fast.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
It's a pleasure being here, though, all the time. Dry Ice, admit Audacity, changed her name. I still get it wrong. I thought about that too. But if I zip up the tent, then I might die. Like for real, like 'cause it can take all the CO2. So I thought about it, maybe like in the open space. I don't want to be talking to a ghost. I don't want to become a ghost, so I'm talking to the ghost. But I have thought about it. That's what V was saying. Yeah.
That'd be cool. I still think it'd be cool.
What?
The smoke, the fog, the
mist.
Yeah.
Working awesome.
I'm gonna get me some theme music just for when I meet y'all. I'm gonna have me some theme music ready and a dry ice in my hand. I'll be like, I'm here. Mystical, the magical, the actually really normal and weird Chasity. I am just a normal person, I promise. I don't fart like glitter. I'm not a unicorn. I'm just a normal person with normal problems.
Yeah.
I just so happen to be able to pick up extrasensory information. So
you definitely can do that. I'm a believer in that. And also
that's the only difference.
Several people I have met, like I keep talking about, that have those, probably not as strong as yours, but they have those abilities and they don't even know it. So
it might be. They may be stronger than me if they tap into them. And I know there's people much better than me out there, and there's people that we're all in different places, and I don't really know. I'm just excited to see where it's going to go. Saturday, this Saturday and next Saturday. I'm excited to see what we're going to get.
I am too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, since you said you're not all that special, so you're telling me your farts smell like Skittles?
Cotton candy. Because girls fluffy. I know. Have y'all ever heard that? Girls don't fart. We fluffy. So it has to be something. If it's fluffy, it's like a cloud. So cotton candy. My fiance told me his shit definitely don't stink today, and I disagreed. So
yeah, I can.
But yeah, that's been the joke running in my family. I had to think about what it was because we would always say girls don't fart, they fluffy.
Fluffy.
After a long-term relationship, all that changes. Yeah, I've had 2 long-term relationships. I'm gonna tell you what, you talk about the craziest stuff. It's so funny. We were out in public and he was chasing me around. I was trying to park the car in front of the store today and picking up water and trying to get home because we had to go get dinner or whatever because I had to do this. And we went out, got dinner, got water. And I was trying to get around, but then there's a screaming kid and a car backing out. So I stopped and I go around the parking lot and come back. And he's chasing me with the bucky, cussing. He's like, why did you not just park? And long-term relationship. It was cute. Oh, man. But yeah, I guess I'm going to call it a night, guys. And I want to thank everybody that has come out, and it's always a pleasure interacting with your followers, and I'm hoping that everybody's swapping and checking out everybody's content.
Yeah,
and We'll be live again tomorrow at 11:30 with Dead Serious Investigations. I've got to get that thumbnail completed, Duran, and sent to you so we can set it up. And we'll start kind of pushing that too out on socials just to make sure the link will be for Duran's channel. I encourage everybody, you can pick wherever you want to watch it. There'll be all 3 channels. So we'll have, you'll find it no matter what. It's going to be in one of the channels. So we'll get all that information together. And yeah, I'm going to hop off here, guys. I hope y'all have a good night.
When you get that link, if you can, share it with Riley or on the Down South page.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I know he'll be awake, and I'll try to stay awake.
Have y'all ever, well, this will be a question off camera, but I'll just ask it now. Have y'all ever joined somebody else's live?
I used to.
Okay, well, you'll share it. I'll talk to y'all about that in Messenger. I'll send you a little message just as a heads up.
All right, Chasity.
All right. Love and light, everybody. You're welcome.
Bye, everybody.
So I guess that's going to be it for Down South too. We've had a long one tonight, guys. Thank everybody for getting on as usual. We really appreciate
everybody.
And we know you guys love Chasity. She's awesome. We all we'll get a chance to meet her face to face this weekend, which is exciting. So yeah, check us out. If you go, it's a long ways, but Hamptonville at the Trevette Clinic will be there this weekend from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Yeah, it will definitely be worth a drive.
So anyway, we appreciate it, everybody. Dylan, we'll probably ask what time we're going to leave. We'll probably be leaving, I'm guessing, no later than 5 a.m. It's a little over, 3.5 hour drive. They want people there at 8 o'clock to start unloading all your stuff.
Yeah.
You got to unload your stuff, drop your stuff off, whatever you're bringing, and go park somewhere else. So I think it'll be interesting. Very small place for a lot of anticipated people.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes. We're excited about it either way.
Yeah, we are.
Anyway, thanks everybody for getting on, and lay it out, buddy.
And until the next time we go live, which I will keep the page updated about, you can all catch us at that Down South out.
Later, y'all.